Barrientos attacks baseline. Barrientos on the exit connects with a short corner jumper.
31-25. Meralco on top by 6. Plenty of time left here in the second quarter. Still over 9 minutes.
Banquero uses the screen from Norbert. Torres inside. Lost the basketball. Ahan Macy with a takeaway. Barrientos fakes. Locates Ralph Fu. Covered now by Rios. Malonzo goes to the step back. Hounded. Now Barrientos will reset. Handoff up top. RJ to Aguilar. The jumper is short. Malonzo, easy putback.
That's what they say when you have a Malonzo and a Rosario coming in or starting for your team. You really got some size there in the 3 or 4 position, and they're doing well.
The depth with Malonzo coming off the bench alongside the Barrientos. Now Banquero locates Torres. Made a 3 earlier this time. It's way off. Ahanisi hesitated on the forward pass. Now he locates Malonzo. Jamie. Oh, that's just so good. That was a between the legs snatch back from Alonso for the step back J.
They're going to be stronger if it gets stronger for them. Because it really give them a big-time scorer also on that position.
And you're also hoping that Isako will be available at some point in the playoffs.
I heard that he has been doing some practices. Really going to change their lineup.
Now look at this easy putback coming from Jamie Malonzo, and then that snatch back, step back, deadly combination from Jamie. The lead is now down to just 2, 6-0 mini run here for Meralco. Banquero inside, misses on the layup. Barrientos surveying, steps back, leaves it for Aguilar. They go inside to Ralph Fu now. Aguilar will not take a shot. Alonso versus Hodge. Time on the shot clock. Jamie bodying up, posting up, but he cannot move Hodge. 3 to work with. Barrientos must do something about it. Comes up dry. And that's a shot block violation. The second time that Barangay Ginebra was tagged with the expiration of their 24.
You can see how good the coaching staff of Meralco. They saw what was happening because of the smaller line. They bring in the Hodge, take out Torres. Because Hodge is only about 6'4", but he ain't small. He plays big. He's very agile and good defender.
Meralco asking for continuation. Referee by saying that the foul was committed before the gather. So just a sideline throw in for the Bolts. Banquero to the one-hander. He has been struggling from the field as well, but he regains possession. Rios, the specialist, can convert from the outside.
All of a sudden, Meralco shots have missed here in the second quarter.
Aguilar, pitch balls, gives it up now to Ahan Macy. Ahan Macy on the Hesse. Aguilar swings it, pull to Malonzo. 5 on the shot clock. Jamie misses on the layup. Putback is missed though.
2 rebounds, 2 offensive rebounds, 2 follow-up, 7 straight points for him.
8-0 run, Dr. J, for Barangay Ginebra. Cancino, good move. He will earn for himself a couple of free throws. This once again, Jamie Malonzo, the layup. No one boxing him out though. As Johnson Rios was left ball watching instead of putting a body on Malonzo. But the tie can be broken by CJ Cancino, who has quickly scored 6 points all here in the second quarter and make that 7 with a free throw.
Right? You should expect to score for them. Nothing scored, and that's Bonquito.
Quiet performance for Bonquito. The cheers were for L.A. Tenorio, who has checked into this ball game.
He has a lot of following. Still the leader.
Happy birthday, Mr. Jonas Terado. I acknowledge you as the Vice President of the PBA Press Corps
for a long time. through the years. So, nice pass.
Messi recovers. Aguilar has it again. Leaves it for LA. Tenorio to Ralph Fu. Running low on the clock once again is Barangay Ginebra. Messi must put it up. Oh! That hit a cloud of the kick before it went in.
You can see all the backspin when that ball was up in the air. It's in our line of sight, exactly where we're seated.
And just like that, Barangay Ginebra takes the lead here, 34-33. Arch, the fadeaway J, no. Rebound for Johnson Rios. Well, there will be a foul called against him.
Over the back foul. And he used the left hand to guard him. Look at this. Emergency shot. Look at all that spin. Really high. Could have shot that over a 6'10".
And he had to duck because the defender was right there in his face. And to put extra lube on that. 11-2 run coming from Barangay Ginebra after facing their biggest deficit of the ball game at 8 points.
We're talking about that, and who are the players on the floor? Who and Aguilar.
Yep.
Aguilar,
Yep.
not Japet.
So this is an all-bench crew right now for Coach Timpo. Raymond with Ralph Fu, Alonso, Tenorio, and Messi.
But Malonzo has been the key player here.
It's a prolonged time because of calf injury.
Nothing slipped from his hand.
It's always.
I don't want to beat the last shot on air.
No one else's fault. They may make up for it. No.
Using some words of encouragement.
Maybe wipe his hand.
Terms of endearment.
In and out. Alonso could not maximize the replacement free throw as the lead stays at 1 for Barangay Ginebra. 5 minutes remaining here in our first half of action. Oh, good swipe from behind, but there was a foul as well from Ralph Fu.
Here it's almost automatic. They go swipe it from
yeah. Especially when it's smaller players against taller players.
Yeah, but this one is practically the same size. But they really look if you hit the ball or you hit the hand before he starts the.
Let's see if Meralco can retake the lead.
Good screen.
Banquero in and out on the 3 ball. For Jay Bonquinto, you were looking for him. Nothing yet in this ball game.
That's surprising.
Alonso goes on the attack. Trying to create space. Oh, well challenged by Newsom.
Good. Quinto.
Aguila's teammates going up head-to-head here with 4:31 left in your second quarter. Meralco down by 1 after leading by as many as 8 points. It is 34-33 for Barangay Ginebra.
We are still live from the Smart Arena Coliseum for the Ginebra Meralco match. Marcus Newsome playoffs mindset starts today. He admits it would take a lot for him to let go of the mental baggage caused by their hectic schedule as the end of the elimination closer. But for the ever vocal leader, it boils down to having a strong heart and delivering in individuals. He asserts that they have proven that they can win against Ginebra in an all Filipino conference, but he also knows how important it is to get an extra push from Akil. But as we see those lines of Akil going back into action, even starting his action for tonight, it's now about them having to fill the gap of an Akil Mitchell shaped goal. Hey, gentlemen.
Thank you for that report, Miss Bell, Gregorio. And to be fair, it's not too bad without an import coming from the Meralco Bolts here in this ball game. And Dr. J, you understand where they're coming from. Yes, 2 wins will get you a top 2 spot. But if something happens in those 2 games to Akil Mitchell and he's not available for the quarterfinals, then that's a bigger problem.
Worse, yeah. Well, they have the time to replace imports if you want, because there'll be some time before that comes around.
But of course, you wouldn't want to because you found a gem of an import. I was talking to Coach Luigi Trillo before the start of the ball game. They're so happy with what Gil Mitchell brings to the table. A veteran, a pro, and a great teammate. Almazan misses that jumper, and Hanmisi completes the stop for Barangay Ginebra. Brownlee goes to Hanmisi, another 3. It's good again.
2 big 3-point shots for him here in the second quarter. But this ball game is reminiscent of the first game. If you watch the first game, low scoring in the first half until the breakaway by NLEX in the second half of play.
And because of that, the NLEX Road Warriors will earn at least a playoff for the 8th spot, depending on the results of the matches on Friday. As Magnolia and Rainer Shine will be seeing action still. Those 2 teams can be entangled with NLEX in a 3-way tie. Coach Chito Victolero looking on.
Yeah.
With Coach Johnny Abarientos.
Well, their fate is in their hands. The Magnolia Hotshots.
Yep.
They have to win.
You have to win.
No win, goodbye.
While the coaching staff of Eastern, you might consider counting all of these teams because you might be matched up with them in the quarterfinals.
But I don't know if I worked with you early in the elimination. Not that I belittle Easter. They really have a hard schedule because they're playing 2 tournaments almost at the same time.
Yeah.
But I thought that they did not have the inside power, which they had, which Bay Area had last year.
For sure, that's a different team altogether, Dr. J. Yes, there were remnants, but really not the same team as Malonzo sent back by Cliff Hodge. Meralco on the run. Bong Quinto.
Finally,
in and out.
37 all with 2.5 minutes left here.
Still nothing coming from Bong Quinto.
Yeah, that's surprising.
Yep, uncharacteristic struggles here for the usually reliable Quinto. Brownlee leads to the left hand, connects, and then one opportunity.
That's a dance that he did there on the defender. Has a chance for a 3-point play.
And this best move of the game is brought to you by Honda, the official motorcycle of the PBA. Alonso not closing the gap. Sorry, it was Almazan not closing the gap there, leaving Brownlee with some space to squeeze into that double team.
Did he pick up the foul? That's his 3rd personal foul if he was the one who picked up that foul. And that's why he's being replaced.
Brownlee with a bonus free throw. Short.
The second miss from the free throw line by Brownlee.
Quick pass to Cancino. Had to throw it high up because he was worried that Japan would reach for it. Hand off to LA against Black. Tenorio, the one-hander, he was clipped.
That's a patented shot.
Yeah.
Like a lean push.
I first saw it in Ateneo, though. I'm sure you saw it maybe when he was still playing in the high school ranks. Luigi Trillo looking on. His team down by 2 points right now. You can see 5 missed free throws already for Barangay Ginebra. Perfect, but with fewer attempts for Meralco.
I was talking to him when he came in. I still miss him. Telling him, "You had a hole in one."
Oh, yeah, I saw that. I saw that.
Yeah, he was so happy. Man. I told him, no, Eli, I tell you something. There are some people that go through life without having a hole in one. And I named a guy who was the best golfer during our time,
Yeah.
Ben Arda.
Yeah.
Oh, Bantam Ben Arda of the Philippines. Never had a hole in one in a distinguished 30, 40-year career.
LA, starting the next phase of his athletic career early. His
No,
golfing stage.
but he was telling me about his coaching, that he was beginning to call practice for the youth.
And one opportunity for CJ Cancino, as he has been an injection of energy offensively for the Meralco Bulls. He'll have a chance to knot the score once again with this bonus free throw coming up. Clear foul there on Stephen Holt.
Cancino is a guy that's never afraid to shoot or to score, and that certainly helps.
We send it over now to Bell.
Rhythm and confidence were the two things DJ Cancino put the most premium on after it took him 3 months to recover from a foot injury. It was also hard for him to believe he would get his rhythm through the coaches trusting him enough to use him in stretches where CJ would find opportunity to become a game changer. And that's why with the Bulls, their second to the last game before the next round, CJ believes it's safe to say that he has gotten his confidence, which has come at a perfect time. Also, the first time that he is facing him, there's also added hunger on his part, the rivalry between this team.
I'm sure he was always looking forward to this chance to go up against Barangay Ginebra. The family of Japet, Cassie, of course, father, was in attendance, always in support of Japet.
I would too. That was my son.
Quiet performance so far for Aguilar. Only 4 points in the game, but he does give Barangay Ginebra a 2-point lead, 42-40.
Yeah, he's not yet on par for his game, in other words, because that's a golfing term.
Good position defensively coming from Barangay Ginebra, and they force a stop. LA Tenorio with a takeaway. Holt takes the 3. And now Brownlee attacks a slower pace. Oh! My goodness, JPM mercy!
Don't be blocking me there. No. You ain't blocking me up there.
He lulls you to sleep. It makes you think that it'll just be a quick layup, and then he blows you away. And that wakes up the Barangay Ginebra crowd. They're protecting a 4-point lead. Quinto being hounded. Oh, they have to shoot. Cancino. That prayer will not be answered. Rebound for Brownlee.
2 more offensive plays coming up, and LA says, let's use the time.
They go quickly to JB at the post. Double team. Aguilar, the force. No. Rebound. Tap to Black. Bates ahead. Bates counters with a layup.
That's the reason why they didn't go early. But because they gave the ball to Japet at that area, he had nowhere to go but to shoot. It became like a 2-for-1 attempt. 2.5 seconds. They have a 30-second timeout, I think.
They can use a 30-second timeout. That's exactly what they do. But Dr. J, look at this once again. All of a sudden, an explosion. Detonation coming from Justin Brownlee. Slamming it over the defense of Brandon Bates. Giving us the biggest highlight of this first half so far. It is 44 for Barangay Ginebra, 42 for the Meralco Bulls. 2.5 seconds remaining here in your first half of action. A well-played one. Given that Meralco is playing without an import in Akil Mitchell, suffering from back spasms. Not seen action. Maybe will not see action for the rest of this game.
Mano.
These are the numbers, 25.2 for Brownlee, 23.9 for Akil Mitchell. But of course, he is the better rebounder. He is taller. Maximizing the unlimited height allowance for imports here in the Commissioner's Cup.
Well, teams that did not maximize, they're doing well.
Yeah,
you know,
sure.
Barangay and of course
TNT.
Because what can you say about RHG?
Nothing, coach. There's nothing bad to say about Ronde Hollis Jefferson. Quick pass, Brownlee on the fade. And get it to drop. He was asking for a foul. Referee's not agreeing. And that is how we will end things here in our first half of action. A slip, 2-point lead for Barangay Ginebra with the offense powered by this guy, Justin Brownlee. It was a slow start for JB, but when he got going, and he was able to lift Barangay Ginebra. The first fight off the deficit, and then second build slight advantage here as we head into our halftime break. 11 points, including this gorgeous slam dunk over the defensive facial. Yes, flex for Justin Brownlee as he will lead Barangay Ginebra to a 44-42 advantage against Meralco here at the halftime break.
Bowling game into three. Yeah. Bowling season opening. Oh, whatever. Those are coming from bowling. What creates is unstoppable tonight. Yeah. Yes, the game one. It's a four. Wow, that's baby. Get it back. Feel it back. Twisting in the air. Bowling doing everything now.
Kay Nonoy, tira ng 3. That's good at the buzzer.
Ito, nakita natin yung ginawa ni Mark Donoy. And that's a one-hander.
Mark Nonoy for 3. That's good.
10 points now for Mark Donoy. Tumatakbo.
Mark Nonoy, hindi na abutan.
Oh, this guy is fast.
Mark Nonoy, bibitaw. Oh!
Sit it out. Sit it out. And Mark Donoy unleashing.
Kay Nonoy.
With the 4-point shot coming from Mark Donoy. Sizzling hot.
Nahihirapan din ito si Kevin Tener sa pagbabantay kay Ronde Hollis Jefferson.
Move by
Ronde Hollis Jefferson.
What a big first step. Look at that. That's a wide open lane para kay Ronde Hollis Jefferson.
Si Hollis Jefferson, pinitidot na po ang ginagawa.
RHJ missing communication on the defensive end there.
Libre si
RHJ just manufacturing points there. Mahirap ginagamit ito si RHJ. Pero kung ang gusto na ng TNT is yung pinto sa team, gusto niya ng tayo.
Junmar's ahead. Junmar! And he was
The fancy dribbling on the part of the 6'10" eight-time
You have that pass. Ito makita natin ginawa ni Mark.
behind the back.
Oo.
That pass, Watkins stolen from behind by Clarito. Here comes Stockton. He'll fly. Oh! And Seminole is blown away.
Piniti niya, sarili niya.
Boy, what a whirlwind shot.
Heel.
That clean
Clarito
takeaway by
again.
Clarito. And oh!
Piniti niya, tapos a nice handed layup.
By Mautautua. And now, yun pa rin ang required for Mautautua. Make this big stop.
The team fall away. Pasok!
It's just a spectacular player. And what you saw right there is his ability to demand the ball. He was tasked by Coach Bonnie to take this critical shot for his team. So he is someone that you can rely on in crunch time situations.
Like we said, he was silent in the second half. But how about this?
Ginawa sa flip. Ano niya pipito?
Init siya.
Pasok. Dapat yun.
4-point. Biglang 21 na naman.
How crazy is that? Huh? Dental fork. Puro 24 lang yung mga 24 years old. So that means the first...
Dito, mid-sentence mo muna yun.
Oh, that's right.
Oh,
Pala Dr. J, yun na. Wow. But that's the way he went, di ba?
Looking to attack Bates again. This time from the right, all the way. Two times that he wanted to go to the basket, he was able to get to the basket and score. On the way, Jack for the shoot, reverse shot. Remember we talked about that he brings to more court. Yung kultura na gusto ko bigay ng court. 71. Threatening to run away with this. Nelly bumps it off. Jack. Attack.
Evidently, able to find his import. Kung hindi niya nakita yun, ang hirap pilipit na tira yun.
But the team Jack knew that a 100 to 95 win over the TNT Propaganda. Dudu getting up there.
Parang nakita ko yung slam dunk. PBA version, Elmer Lago.
Omano. champion. What a time.
We're going to see for wins.
The steal by Montalvo. King. Sisiguraduhin niya na ngayon.
Nakakahusay ng import ng King eh. Alam mo kung saan ako nabibili Brito, hindi siya nagpapakita ng frustration. Alam niya na nahihirapan siya dahil nga hindi kompleto yung tumutulong sa kanya, yung local firepower nitong Blackwater.
Ostada, corner 3. That's all for Calvin. The D&D offense is not in there. Watkins will enjoy an easy jam.
The 5.8 reverse. So, after a good start by DNP.
Nakikipit si Roger. Roger extricates himself. Valdez will jam it home.
Because they will surely be able to steal the ball, of course, with jump.
Hindi pagdating sa hindi ka pwedeng kasi pagdating pag nababangga ka or hindi physical ka. So, mas malakas ako sa'yo. Look at that setup from brand new. Cannot just break down that because he can score. Iba yung pagkasabi ni Coach Yeng. Here's Kadeem trying to wake up the bottom here. They need to wake up. They need to be able to defensively make stops. Like you said, they seem like they're step low against Rangers. Mapado eh. Oh, Raiders shot on the run again. Offside. Coming off the timeout. Possibly, kung hindi last ball for that. Boston Navarro over Thompson. Like we said, they need more of this. Bring Shaq down. Steal for Flores. Boy, what a monster! Wow, talk about things that will make you. Bawi naman sa kabila. That'll make you want to get back. Incredible here, Valentino. The Thompson shot lang malakas. Dion eventually gets in. You know, steady lang eh. Flashy. You already know the most.
Check Mike. Check Mike.
Scored his 5th and 6 points getting out. This time he gives it up to Paul for the jam.
That is just the thing. That is just because he can also be a scorer. Yes, he will do. 5 minutes of key.
Oh, oh, what the with the ball.
Even if he's struggling from the field, he is an all-around player who can get his teammates those flags. Gandang contribution yung gagawin for one player there for the
Defense, they weren't able to sustain the momentum. And then the rebound, it was just complete control. Conversion of the rebound. It's something they need to address.
Back inside the Big Dome, the Smart Araneta Coliseum, where Meralco and Barangay Ginebra, San Miguel are locked in a tight battle. We thank you for joining us on PBA Rush and Filipinas Live. Carlo Formentuan with Dr. J Andiao and Dr. J, as expected, a tight battle between these two teams, even if Meralco is playing without an import in the first 2 quarters.
Well, obviously, Meralco's defense never wavers. And they only limited the Barangay Ginebra to 44 points. So it's not really that much of a scoring that's hurting Meralco, but more than themselves not being able to get scoring from some of their key players. Cancino there on your screen already has 11 points in the ball game.
And the absent player for Meralco scoring is indeed Bong Quinto, usually a reliable scorer. can't help just yet for the Meralco Bulls. They need him to get something going in our second half as we take a look at the numbers. Halftime stats brought to you by Honda, the official motorcycle of the PBA. Dr. J?
44% only for Barangay Ginebra, but even worse on the part of Meralco, 39%. This is the factor where Barangay Ginebra failed. They missed 6 free throws, and a couple of them were from Brownlee. So Meralco, on the other hand, has 100% points in the paint plus 4 for the Barangay Ginebra Kings.
And in a tight ball game like this, Dr. J, all of those free throws mean a little bit more. Bench also coming out to play for Meralco, as you said, Doc. 11 for Cancino, 6 coming from Raymond Almazan, 2 of their top 4 scorers. On the other side, Hanmis and Malonzo all helping out from the second unit of Coach Tim Cole. We now send it over to our venue announcer for a special commendation.
PBA Board of Governors Vice Chairman and Barangay Ginebra Governor Francis Chua, talk about team's governor, attorney William Pamintuan for a PBA Career Achievement Award. In the fourth quarter of his game against San Miguel Beerman last January 18, 2025 at the Condon City Arena, he became the 55th player overall in PBA history to reach 1,000 career offensive rebounds. The 53rd local, only the 7th among active players, and only the 3rd to achieve it in a Meralco Bulls uniform. PBA fans, please join us in giving a round of applause to Meralco big man Raymond Almazan. Once again, congratulations, Raymond Almazan. And gentlemen, thank you very much.
Congratulations, Raymond Almazan, wife of Raymond. He received the award with his son. It's an award he will receive with his first supporters alongside him. A special day for Almazan, and it'll be even more special if they somehow turn this ball game around and complete it with a victory. We thank you once again for joining us on PBA Rush and Pilipinas Live. Carlo Pamintuan with Dr. J. Andy Howe. It's Bel Gregorius, our courtside reporter. Third quarter starting here inside the Big Dome. Newsome, Bates with Quinto, Banquero, and Hodge the 5 for Coach Luigi Trillo. Newsome trying to create against Brownlee. Will be a 3-second violation. Brandon Bates waiting too long, was hoping that Newsome would take a shot and a possible offensive rebound will come his way.
You can't blame him because he had, after setting the screen, go, and he had a switch. So he had Scotty Thompson, but they never got him the.
Dr. J, if we say that Monquito has not yet scored, Scotty Thompson has not yet scored either for Barangay Ginebra.
That's why he got very little minutes in the first half of play, but could be preserving him. There's Quinto. You could see him. I'm getting my 2 no matter what.
There's Banquero scoring here as he will answer back that first attack coming from Barangay Ginebra.
So Banquero has 4 points in the ball game. Newsome who has 9 points. Rosario in and out.
Rosario with 6 markers so far. Quinto pushing. He was left open. He will try his luck from downtown. The outside shots have looked decent for Bong Quinto. One just in and out earlier. This one just a bit long. Scotty, can he finally get his first point? Sideline throw in. As our referee Noel killing in.
No free throws.
But now he will want to talk things over with his 2 officials. So they change their mind. As he will get 2 free throws instead. We send it over to Bell.
With the game being close at the half, assistant coach Sandro Soriano of the Bulls shared that the bone of contention they've identified is rebounds, highlighting the need to dominate the boards. Offensively, they observed how the Bulls were taking good shots. They were just not thinking in. However, they should still keep trying to execute and not question themselves as long as they ensure that they are within a flow and playing with more fluidity. Assistant coach Richard Del Rosario, meanwhile, admitted they were thrown off guard by Akil Mitchell not good. They weren't executing the way they wanted as the ball happened, forcing them to isolate as well. So it's ball movement that needs to work on in the Happy Carlin Dr. J.
Thank you for that report, Miss Bell. As Scotty Thompson gets a steal, hold, will draw a foul from Chris Newsom. But it's exactly what we were talking about, Dr. J, in the first half. It's sometimes the negative for one team. Not having Akil Mitchell would turn out to be a positive for them because Barangay Ginebra, I'm sure, game plan
included
for Akil Mitchell, and now all of a sudden he's gone, and Meralco is playing differently from how they usually do.
Correct. And then if you were Team Cone, when you go back into the locker room after the first half, you're probably telling your players, the guy's not going to play.
Yeah.
They've already used three big men. No signs of him. So he's not ready to play for this ball game. So he has made that other adjustment. That was a blocking foul because he was in no zone, the defender. He established his position, but he was inside that cylinder.
So it had to be a blocking foul,
Yes.
leading to 2 free throws converted.
Especially if you're a player and you see somebody defending and you have to take it off, you take your time, try to make it a 3-point play. More because you have all the time now to really do what you
Focus
want.
on the shot. Yeah.
In other words, it's like a penalty, and you can throw the ball in football all you want. In American football.
Quinto still missing from the outside.
Nice
Good rebound coming from Holt. They're pushing. Oh, Rosario, touchdown.
All of a sudden, a little breakaway here. Now up to an 8-point lead for Barangay Ginebra.
Matching the biggest lead of the ball game for the Meralco Bolts, who will answer back here for Meralco. Quinto, he's been trying. That's his spot. Still could not connect.
And those are all around the circle, including the 3-point shot he attempted earlier.
The pass connects. Chapet sends it out. Scotty saves the possession. Scotty, oh, what a pass! Rosario with the end one.
Like you said, Scotty may not score. He does a lot of other things.
Look at this gorgeous play, attracting the defense of Brandon Bates, and at the last moment, dropping it off. Special delivery to Troy Rosario, who will be taking the bonus free throw after this timeout. It is a double-digit lead for the first time for Barangay Ginebra, 54-44, heading into this timeout.
Coach Tim has been candid, saying that they are still asking a lot from Troy Rosario as he continues to adjust defensively. Troy let us in on what Coach Tim meant, sharing that there are certain terms to their defensive schemes that are still unclear to him, especially when their defense requires switching and even certain footwork. Because Ginebra is so organized and they work within a continuous flow, Troy argues that being one step and even 1 second late from cuts and screens makes such a big difference. But he is confident that with more repetitions, with more games, he will surely get the hang. Back to you, Carlo.
And if he is already this effective in his first ever conference for Barangay Ginebra, imagine what could be done with Troy Rosario moving forward. Already getting an opportunity to resume playing for Gilas Filipinas. So that's a tough jumper, missed short by Bong Quinto.
That's one thing about Troy. He can play two parts of a game. He can play offense. He can play defense. And look at that. He was running right away. He didn't come back. They could have thrown the baseball pass. He would have had another layup.
Oh, this is troublesome. So, kick out pass, and it results to a 3. The mismatch attracted by Justin Brownlee, and then he zips a pass over to Stephen Hall for the wide open 3.
Now, this first 5 of team, when they're clicking, it's going to be a very powerful line of playoffs.
One-hander short for Newsome. But unfortunately, Barangay Ginebra could not complete the stop.
And then Papareto is coming in. The usual substitution that he makes, a small guy coming in for Japet Aguilar, and they move either Brownlee or Troy Rosario to the 5 and the 4, alternating there.
Newsome looking for Quinto, still trying to get himself going. Ball had to throw it back out, and that will be a legal screen from Cliff Hodge.
One thing you also like, team must really be happy with these 2 acquisitions. They play offense, they play defense.
Yeah.
Holt actually is forgiving in his offense. Sometimes you must beg him to shoot at times.
Sometimes he
he's
passes off
he's shy,
shots that he could take. Yep.
With this new team, he just doesn't want to impose his will right away.
Biggest lead of the matchup for Barangay Ginebra. He dribbles it off his own foot. It's interesting.
I don't think that was a kick.
Because it was kicked initially by Scotty Thompson.
I think they're going to challenge that. Hey, they were challenging that. This referee, sort of a new guy, he wasn't looking at it. But then when he gave the ball, it's goal.
Oh! That was quick. Meralco making it apparent that they wanted to challenge, but it was disallowed. The counter-attack won't work for Bong Quinto. Rushed it too much.
Kind of broken up on the right side of the net. Race play. Missing some easy shots.
Brownlee against the slower Bates. JB bump. He will take 2.
Slowly but surely. Attack the big man. Already has 3 fouls. Bates beginning to pick up the fouls too. 7 missed free throws already for Ginebra in this ball game.
2 opportunities for Justin Brownlee as we remind you once again that the annual NBA Watch and Win is back. Watch the live games on NBA TV Philippines. One Sports and Filipinas live until February 16 and wait for questions to be flashed on screen during breaks. Visit nba.onesports.ph right after to send in your answers.
Very good opportunities to win nice prizes.
NBA merch as we are heading into our All-Star break. Now a 15-point lead for Barangay Ginebra. Newsome, the elbow jumper, strong, and the offense just not flowing for Meralco here in the 3rd quarter.
They might need to get Cancino back in the ballgame. Because he's the only guy that's really, together with Newsome, that's scoring.
Brownlee, a familiar move, and the jump ball effective. Opening up a 17-point lead now.
Like I said, this is similar to what happened in our first game. Close match in the first
game. The breakaway.
Yeah, then the breakaway in the 3rd quarter by index all the way up to the end of the game.
Dr. J for Barangay Ginebra. This could be important because having this advantage will allow you to use some of your bench players and save the legs of the likes of Justin Brownlee and your other main guys for the long run of the playoffs.
Well, Hodge making another basket. Okay for tonight offensively.
Brownlee
dancing
again, using his quickness, goes behind the back. What a find! Rosario could not handle that one-hander. Bong Quinto still trying. Finally gets his first 2 points of the game.
That's the disadvantage of not having a big man just in the middle.
Yeah.
There's nobody who can block that shot after being there by Bong Quinto.
61-48. Barrientos leaves it for Troy Rosario.
That's his third miss in the ball game from the free throw. Angel Mariano's in action for the first time for Ginebra.
Earlier we saw Raymond Aguilar getting some minutes.
He took one attempt, but definitely that second team really helped them get back into the ball game. Establish that 2-point lead.
Was when Jamie Malonzo
Went to work.
helped out,
And
and
then
Macy as well. That was at the point where Barangay Ginebra was down by 8 points against Meralco. Aaron Black locates Don Quinto, and he finds some confidence after that first basket. Still not working well for him.
It's a problem when you don't have a post player. But they could have used at the post.
Stephen Holt, another three. This time. Hodge rushing to the other side. Lift. Gives it up to Quinto. Sino, Dr. J is about to check back into this contest.
That's expected. Gotta find somebody to score.
Moves up against smaller defender Almazan. The push too strong. Will be a foul done by Hodge.
Rosario quickly admits that only his first foul. It's on Mariano. Mariano was called for the foul. That's his first foul.
This was the exchange. Mariano hooking the arm. Why did Rosario admit to the foul? He did not touch Cliff Hodge. Just a good guy, Dr. J.
Raymond Aguilar back together with John Pinto, former Meralco player, finally won his first championship when he moved to Barangay Ginebra. Now really a secondary player with the entry of
Barrientos. And that was during the same free agency period that netted Meralco Chris Banquero. So, yep, they lost Pinto, but then they were able to pick up Chris Banquero from the Phoenix squad he was playing for back then.
Was it? He wasn't the Meralco anymore. He had got to Magnolia.
Yeah, I think it was after Phoenix, Dr. J. Because that was the trade, I believe, for Calvin Abuema to go to Magnolia. Aguilar would want to shoot. It was to hit the rim, beat the buzzer, but his shot will not fall in.
He's really been tentative. I remember when he was with TNT, he was taking shots from the outside.
But steal coming from Almazan. No other choice there but to give up a foul for Aguilar.
Now you have a post player because you have Aguilar guarding for Almazan. They're throwing the ball into the post first to start their play.
And this is our third to the last game in the elimination round. 2 more games this coming Friday, the Field Sports Arena. Reminding you once again that the NBA's Mid-Season Classic is here. Watch the 2025 NBA All-Star Weekend live from Feb 15 to 17 exclusively on NBA TV Philippines, One Sports, RPTV, and Filipinas Live. It's going to be one awesome weekend.
Since you mentioned the game there, it's going to be between Meralco and Magnolia for the first game. Positively must win for Magnolia.
Absolutely.
And then the next game will be between TNT
and Rain or Shine. So, triple tie at 6-6. Still a possibility, Dr. J,
and
between Rain or Shine,
playoff, right?
Magnolia, and Lex, which will demand a playoff knockout game for the 8th spot. Again, only ties at the 8th and 9th spots will be decided by a knockout game. Everything else is either win over the other or quotient. Meralco fighting back here, trimming their deficit down to 12 points.
So with this lineup of Ginebra, they really have a great opportunity to cut it down. Almazan
got it strong again, but this time gets the friendly bounce. Yep, and his teammates are really looking for him because he has a big size advantage, Dr. J, against Raymond Aguilar.
Certainly more talent if you talk about that.
Barrientos the 3, no. Rebound picked up by AB. Back on the attack, scoop layup, no. Almazan offensive rebound. He will get 2 free throws. And Aaron Black has been struggling with his shooting, Dr. J.
Including layups. But at halftime, there was a 1,000 offensive rebounds given to Almazan as being only the 7th player, and he again got an offensive rebound.
62-52 is the count. You see the reactions, the intensity of this ball game. Barangay Ginebra is protecting a 10-point lead. 62-52 heading into this time. Back inside the big dome where Barangay Ginebra was hoping to break this game wide open. As you can see, the locals of Barangay Ginebra doing everything they can to help out the tremendous import Justin Brownlee. You have double-digit scorers from the starters and from the bench. And with the addition of Jamie Malonzo, things could even get better for Ginebra. They're also awaiting the return of Isaac Go.
Yeah. That'll also make them bigger, plus a guy that can also extend the defense because you shoot the 3-point shot. Going to the free throw line, very productive night already for him. The only thing that, sidelined him a little bit was the 3 fouls early in the first half.
But if you take a look at the upper middle part of your screens in a little while, you can see a cute sign where the son of Raymond Aguilar is actually hoisting the plaque that was given to him, Dr. J, by PBA Commissioner Willie Marshall to celebrate a career milestone
for
Raymond Almazan. 62-53, 9-point disadvantage for Meralco. So heading up into that big lead of Barangay Ginebra. Barrientos uses the screen from Raymond. From the elbow, the jumper is good.
Stop playing defense because you didn't think you would be able to shoot a fadeaway. He hurt you.
Some sends it out. Cancino, a long 3-point shot, could not hit it. That ball will be last touched by Cliff Hodge.
Saved again by the effort of Malonzo. Never giving up on a rebound play. That's what you like about your players. He's starting afresh with this in Barangay Ginebra team because he's coming off a year-long injury.
Oh, it's coming from Barrientos. At least once every ball game, Dr.
He
J.
does crazy things like that. Crazy shots like that, but he makes it.
Worth the price of admission by his lonesome. Good find. As Cliff Hodge connects with a layup.
These are two guys that have played so long with each other. They know their movement.
Your Meralco just want to stay within striking distance, maybe turn things around in the fourth quarter. Because again, a top 2 spot is still up for grabs for the Bolts. Barrientos missing from downtown.
They're only down by a dozen points. There's still a minute and 25 left here. They can cut this all the way down to 8 or 6.
Good pass to the corner. Cancino for 3. That will not work. Almazan with yet another offensive rebound.
What an effort he's giving.
Black, can he finally get something going? He connects with the right push.
Now it's down to 10. And, even though there's only a minute and 3, team ain't taking it. Now might be a 30-second timeout he might call here.
Well, that's just the demand of Coach Timcone. Even from his second unit, you have to play within the standards of Barangay Ginebra basketball as we take another look at this stretch coming from RJ Barrientos. The distance that he covered to be able to go for that layup. Meanwhile, the right-hander from the natural lefty in Aaron Black will get them back within 10, 67 to 57.
Just discipline on the part of Coach.
Bazan, effective in this ball game so far, almost a double-double. Just short a couple of rebounds to get to that number. He received a commendation for 1,000 offensive rebounds.
Very happy guys. You know, you wake up in the morning, you know, you're going to get an award, get your child prepared, your wife is with you, and you're ready to play the game. And you're ready to rock and roll.
You just hope that you will go home with a black and a win. In correcting our scores, it is 66 to 57. Only a 9-point advantage. Oh, what a find! Raymond Aguilar surprising everyone because everyone was looking at Barrientos receiving that basketball, Dr. J.
That was a very quick pass. Usually guards are the ones who make those kind of passes.
Aaron Black, another push, and now he's starting to hop.
He's very good shooting with his right hand, even though his left hand. That scoop shot of his.
Meralco gaining some rhythm offensively at the tail end of this third quarter. Barrientos of the switch. Alonso with a size advantage against Cancino. The jumper won't work off the bank.
Time to get one more heave here.
Oh, all mishandles. As was a little too low for him.
Not an accurate pass. Because if that was a good pass, that ball is going to bounce right to your hand. But they got it down to 9.
So still within striking distance. Barangay Ginebra did their best to build up their lead. It stood once at 17 points. As we head into the fourth quarter of action. The story of this matchup so far for Meralco, without the help of Akil Mitchell, who is nursing back spasms in this ball game, they had to rely on TJ Cancino dropping 11 points in the first half. On the other side, Stephen Holt has been effective. 13 points, a plus 13 for Barangay Ginebra when he was on the floor. He was also explosive in the third quarter. He hit an early 3, 17-2 run for Barangay Ginebra to open the third quarter, stretch their lead to a high of 17 points. But when the bench came in, when Coach Tim Cohn decided to rest his usual starters, then Meralco started climbing their way back into this as we start the fourth quarter. 68-59, the score in favor of Barangay Ginebra.
Yeah. You know, Ginebra's no more games after this. No? They're just waiting for their slot in the quarterfinal. They have no chance to be 1 and 2, so they're just waiting their position from 3 to 6 and then finding out who their opponent is going to be.
Possibly Meralco, that is how things are looking like heading into our quarterfinals. Barrientos with space, and he converts from downtown.
What a way to start the fourth quarter. The other team made a little comeback and you bring it up to double digits again.
Awkward defense there coming from Meralco as they had a big man in Norbert Torres trying to close out. Barrientos, Aaron Black will get a couple of free throws here.
Yeah. A good attempt here to play a little bit bigger here on the part of Coach Luigi, using Almasan Torres together. You have the post player and you have a guy that can stretch out. The only thing he was slow in switching back closing out against the small player. Oh, Black. Black did exactly what
Jamie Malonzo did earlier.
he should hold on to his pants. Is that ball slips on that side all the time?
And now he will muscle this one in.
Yes.
As he adjusts.
Look at Daddy.
They'll have a talk about that.
What happened to you? Eat your burger today?
That'll be a conversation on the way home, Dr. J. 11-point advantage for Ginebra. Alonso using that screen from Mariano. Hand off to Abarientos against Cancino. RJ locates Aguilar, the layup, no. But everything was created there by Abarientos, who gets a takeaway. Go look pass one more time as they find gold in the second opportunity. Cancino with a counter, one-hander, good in traffic with a foul.
Those are, I think, his first 2 points in the second half.
That's correct, Dr. J.
He had 11 at the end of the first. Has thrown up a couple of shots ever since he came back in. But the first conversion for him in the second half.
And these are the games where you can really get your opportunities to play, opportunities to take shots.
Almazan
misses.
Offensive rebound and 2 more free throws.
He's already working on the next 1,000, Dr. J.
I hope he has that long a career. Raymond's always been a good guy. Pitched me with a lot of respect. Had a chance to work with him. That's why. Love the boy also.
Now have a report from Miguel.
Meralco consultant Coach Nerad made sure to keep an air of composure over at the Bolts' most recent huddle despite Ginebra still taking the lead. His instructions focused primarily on defense, flagging how they needed to be more aggressive, especially on ball screens, and how their individual defense on point, especially after switches.
Thank you so much for that report.
Still working double overtime.
Doubling up?
I like that. Gives them every opportunity. Getting better and better.
To talk to more players, get more reps.
Yeah.
Always a pleasure to stay as long as possible here in the PBA games.
Pesumal, seeing action for the first time. LA is also back in the ballgame.
Expectant father, Juan Pesumal. Congratulate him. And Miss Laura Lima.
Oh, good for him.
Pambansang reverse not falling for LA Tenorio, but fortunately for them, Almazan stepping out of bounds. Yeah, it's been a while since we've seen a reverse layup like that, Dr.
Yeah, but he still got the rebound. That's a defensive rebound before he made the turnover.
Before he turned it over.
Okay, so that's another rebound that he adds to his total of rebounds also.
And off to LA. Now Malonzo has it up top. Quick crossover. Barges into Pasao. The jumpers pure from Jamie.
Those are also his first 2 points in the second half.
But for Jamie, it's all about rhythm. It's all about confidence now. He lost a lot of it because of an injury.
I don't think he's going to challenge them. I did. He's not challenging it. They can trick him into reviewing it. Whoever leads, might not win it. Because there is momentum going to the basket. And
All
he's been
these free throw tests. Yep. Dr. J, the first half, the problem was with Barangay Ginebra in their free throws.
Yeah. Now it's on the other side. Actually, Meralco was 7 out of 7 in the first half from the free throw line. But Ginebra had, I think they missed 5 or 6 already in the first half.
And Mazan gets the back end. But the good thing for them is that they still have a lot of time remaining. And with Barangay Ginebra not looking like they will use Justin Brownlee once again in this game.
If Meralco comes back, they're going to use it.
Another foul.
You can't be living with this lineup if the other team makes a drive against you. This is not going to beat the team.
And another positive for Meralco is that Barangay Ginebra is already in penalty at this stage. 9:49 remaining in the fourth quarter.
That's a problem. That's also a sacrifice that you did by not using your top players. Now, if you start making shots here, you're going to see Brownlee back. You're going to see Scotty back. Probably for Rosario.
Bit smaller now is the lineup for Coach Luigi Rios checking in, replacing Almazan, who should be back a little later on in this matchup because he has been effective. Antino, 2 for 2 from the stripe.
Well, even if they are not able to mount a comeback, I think they should use Almazan because they're going to need him in the quarterfinals.
Who will answer back here for Barangay Ginebra? Mariano takes the handoff. Locates Jamie. Malonzo for 3. No.
One more basket here, and that lead could be 7, could be 6, could be 5.
Chris Banquero will be manning the point here. Swings it over to Cancino, gets it back. He's looking for a movement. Screen provided by Norbert. Cancino on the drive. Sorry, that was Banquero on the drive. Misses. Banquero gets it back. Oh, another shorty miss. Pasa all. Throws it up. So many opportunities not working out for Meralco.
Great opportunities, actually. Nice pass on the that's a foul over the back. You know, Rio sometimes gets a lot of playing time, but today he had only 4 minutes and a half of playing time in the first half. Remember, he was a hero in one of their games, which they won here in the elimination round.
Making a late 3-point shot. The Ninoy Aquino Stadium, I remember, Dr. J.
And the guy that hasn't been used here is Karab.
Yeah, at all.
Usually a guy that gives you 3-point shooting.
And the guy that usually defends Eli Tenorio in all those matches, Dr. J.
That one they're going to challenge him. And actually, that might be even, they're going to review that already because of the
flagrant foul possibility. Yeah.
Landing spot. Pasahol.
And this might be costly against the Meralco Bolts. And we're down to our final 3 games of the elimination round. 2 more this coming Friday. Meralco will see action once again versus Magnolia. And then game after that, TNT versus Rainer Shine.
Because I do it. You're also doing it.
Yes, Doc, for PBA Rush still. If you just joined us and you did not know the result of the first game, the NLEX Road Warriors scored a huge victory against Eastern, which means that they've eliminated the possibility of the San Miguel Beermen moving forward.
You were talking to me earlier about team where as long as he has a good spot, you don't want to be number 7, 8 because twice to win not always easy. But I've always said the tournament, especially it's not a short tournament.
Yeah.
It's not how you start, it's how you finish. NLEX is beginning to prove that point. TNT also started 0-2.
Yep.
And all of a sudden, they're 7-3 right now, right? With one more game, no? So it's how you finish. And then when you get into the quarterfinals, maybe if you can make the semifinals, it's a brand new ball game.
So you have the likes of Converge Fiberexers.
Yeah, they started like, and Northport started like a house of fire. Then they lost consecutive games, but they've been able to recover. Pasahol trying to make up for that one.
And he does. 3-point conversion, a big one for Alvin Pasahol.
Set up by his teammate, Banquero.
And that will get them within 8, 77-69. Rios overly aggressive, gave up position against Jamie Malonzo.
You know, that sometimes is what he likes to defend.
Yeah.
But you know, you got the guy shooting a bad shot already, but then he bounce him at the end. This is a good pass here, Pasahol. Good from the corners, making the 3-point shot, cutting it to 8, but now you get 2 more free throws. Oh, another miss. More than 10 misses already from the free throw line for Ginebra tonight. Usually these are scorers that are pretty decent from the free throw line.
Second free throw for Jamie, makes the adjustment. Meralco, well, they will not go down without a fight here because, again, a twice-to-beat advantage is still very much possible for them if they win their last 2 games.
Offensive foul for Don Torres. That's useless. Pantera had beaten his man so far away from him. He's still trying to
You
set
see the
pick,
move,
yeah.
yep. In the rotation of the hip.
And you got the best player in the world making sure the referees catch it.
I'm sure that was said with much love and appreciation.
He's my friend. Well, that's true.
He knows how to sell calls. He has made a career out of it. As we have a loose ball foul versus Barangay Ginebra. So we will walk to the other side though for 2 free throws. And that will lead into this timeout. 7:53 remaining in this ball game. First timeout of the fourth quarter requested by Barangay Ginebra. Our team standings so far for Northport 9-3. They will be awaiting the result of this matchup because it has definite implications of where they could land in our quarterfinals. A Meralco loss would really help Northport Bataclan retain one of those top 2 spots. Meralco versus Magnolia, our first game on Friday, followed by TNT going up against Rain or Shine.
His free throw on that first attempt on the penalty situation for Pasaon.
Any possibilities still in the offing?
Don't even want to think about it.
But I just have to mention Dr. JSBC, Coach Chito Victorero. A triple tie at 6-6 is still possible between NLEX, Magnolia, and Rain or Shine. That is with a Magnolia win and a Rain or Shine loss in our final game day.
Go about the winning. If TNT wins, where are they?
If TNT, depending on the result of this matchup,
let's grant that Meralco might lose this one.
That's a top 2 if they win for TNT. Yep.
So it's an important game.
Absolutely.
No possession yet, and the shot clock violation came. Only an 8-point lead for Ginebra with 7:25 left. If they can get any closer, let's see Newsom back there together with Cliff Hodge. Maybe Raymond. Ito.
Ancino out with 15 points in this ball game, although 11 of those were scored in the first half. Short on the triple. Rios fouled, so 2 more free throws. That's a problem when you get into the penalty early.
Yeah. That's like a disease that you can't get away from it, you know. There, though.
Just have to survive it until the end.
If there was a little discrepancy in the free throws given, it's being really overcome by the number of free throws given to Meralco here in the second half. But also now they're beginning to miss a lot here in the second half. Quinto, by the way, has been put back in. It gives them more scoring. Because Quinto eventually will get his. Together with Banquero there.
5 minutes already gone here in the fourth quarter. 78-71. And off to Pesumal. One stops. Goes to the turnaround.
Yes,
good.
That's big. That's big. I understand. They were telling me, I don't know if it's true. Meralco knows whatever happens to them, the lowest they can get is to 6. 6 what? Even if they lose their last 2 games.
I think for Barangay Ginebra, it's the same, Doc. For Meralco, it could elevate up to the number 1 spot.
Yeah, but now even if they lose the last two, they'll be in the sixth spot. So they're already in the twice.
In the best of three, yeah. Was all missing from the outside, and the foul will be tagged against Banquero.
And I think, Meralco is also thinking that they have to play on Friday, first game
Yep,
in.
yep. And back spasms, Dr. J. Usually, 48 hours will not do much for you. So it's not yet known if Akil Mitchell will be available for them, will be ready to play come Friday.
And all this wasn't that long. I remember Bobby Parks and I used to have those ultraviolet things for back. We went together. The late Bobby was ready to play.
That will be a foul absorbed by Juan Pesomal. He will get 2 more free throws.
I don't know if it was maybe 2 or 3 sessions of that.
And Dr. J, our team standings at the top is Northport at 9-3. For TNT, they're at 8-3 right now.
So
Meralco,
if they win, if Meralco loses, they win their, what, 1 or 2? What happened to them with Northport?
Northport won over them, Dr. J.
Okay, so Northport will be number 1.
So win over the other. As Rosario checks back into this contest. Would run long minutes for Raymond Aguilar.
Very happy, I'm sure. Got a lot of minutes. Got more minutes than Mariano did. More than LA has.
Dr. J, or multiple team tie could still be possible at 8-4 as well, because Meralco, TNT, Converge, and Barangay Ginebra, should they win this game, will be locked in at 8-4.
And who has the advantage?
I will let everybody, Mr. Fidel Mahonon, compute that. Banquero fouled by Mariano.
Fouls he never have in this quarter, maybe 10 already.
Inching close to that number, Dr. J.
As a team, they might, because they got to fight quickly.
Yep. 9-minute mark.
Yeah. And they've been sending the boats to the free throw line almost every play down.
Oh, but Meralco, though, not maximizing all these opportunities. Going to miss from the stripe.
Can't believe the misses from players.
Ooh, 2 misses from Banquero.
Something's wrong with the goal on this side.
Jansen Rios drives. Strong move for Jansen as he connects on the layup.
Down to 8 points. 5-40. Plenty of time.
Still very much possible to come back from this. 5.5 remaining now. Tenorio uses the screen. They go under. And Tenorio attacks. Kicks it. Mariano, the jumper, no. And then the quick pass to Bong Quinto. Long skies and scores on the layup.
That's 6 points.
Has been a quiet game so far for Bong Quinto, but that was a big basket. 4 points in the game for him. Ralph blocked by Jansen Rios.
Out was making a game of this.
Quinto fouled by Pesomal. And Bong Quinto really baited Juan Pesomal to committing that foul. First, this layup coming from Jansen Rios. And then this fast break attack from Bong Quinto, and they're right back into business. It's just a 6-point game. It could even be closer. Meralco will be getting 2 free throws when we come back. Jeff Barrientos, the usual spark he provides off the bench for Coach Tim Cohn, 11 points, 2 rebounds, and 2 assists. For Coach Tim, yes, it's important to win this ball game and beat Meralco, but it's also important to preserve the legs of his main players heading into the quarterfinals with not a lot of movement possible for them. They will be somewhere number 3 to number 6, somewhere in the quarterfinal spot where it will be a best of 3. They have opted to rest Justin Brownlee here in the fourth quarter. First free throw down for Bong Quinto.
Yeah, Ati Thompson too. Japet Aguilar too.
Yep. Even Stephen Holt. Now Barrientos will be given an opportunity to come back into this ball game, replacing L.A. Tenorio. With his uncle, you saw him in your screens. The incomparable Johnny Barrientos looking on.
Yeah, together with Chito Victorero. Obviously, Aguilar is about to come in again, but the other Aguilar, Raymond, who played very decent for them as a big man.
4-point game, 81-77. And the biggest lead was at 17 points for Barangay Ginebra in the third quarter. Rosario sends it out to Barrientos. RJ gets the ball back from Mariano. Defense right there coming from Cliff Hodge. Step through shot. Cannot bank it home. Rebound Bates. Oh, the pass. Almost stolen. And now it is picked up completely by Pesumal. That was too risky coming from Brandon Bates.
You didn't have to hurry back. You had a good rebound. You have momentum. No need to throw an error pass like that. That's going to be a holding foul there for the game's Quinto, I think.
Both teams are in the penalty. That will give an opportunity for Barangay Ginebra to answer back as Cliff Hodge is down right now. That was that last collision.
Between him and
might be when Brandon Bates threw the forward pass, Dr. J, because he fell a bit awkwardly.
Substituted.
Yeah, Akil Mitchell not available in this ball game for the Meralco Bulls, suffering from back spasms. But you have to hand it to them. They were able to fight Barangay Ginebra close to a deadlock in the first half. Yes, they did allow Ginebra to build a 17-point lead, but now they are storming their way back into this matchup with still enough time left on the clock.
Remember, Meralco has a game on Friday. That seems to be all right. And limping a little bit because of his back, not because of his legs.
Rosario converts on the first free throw. 10 misses, Dr. J, in this ball game.
That's what
coming from
like.
Barangay Ginebra.
That's what you like. When you have to make free throws, you make them. Because you've been missing free throws the whole night. You finish charity.
Second free throw for Troy. Also good as he extends his output to 13 points.
2 possession ball game. 4 minutes left in this ball game.
Aaron Black, quiet in the first half, but started to make noise here in the second. Black, that familiar push shot with the right hand, effective again.
He loves to do that against Barangay. Always had some decent offensive games against them.
And then a steal coming from Johnson Rios. Banquero has it. CB to Quinto down low, and it's a 2-point game.
There's no time being told here.
Coach Tim called his early, very early.
Yeah, he used the 30-second timeout.
So let's see how long he'll allow this play to happen. Oh, a poor foul coming from Banquero.
Yeah, because free throw shots.
The delivery coming from Banquero, and then a basket from Bong Quinto, who has 8 points after really making his presence felt in the entire first half. Interesting substitution here for Coach Luigi Trillo as Kurt Rayson is checking into this ballgame for the first time. And Kurt Rayson, Dr. J, does not need a lot of time to get warmed up. He comes into this ballgame confident.
This is the same as Cancino.
Yeah.
Any open shot is good. I'm taking it. But it's also for the future because, of course, veteran player like Aram knows when it's time to come into the ball game.
Quinto finds Aaron Black, fakes the three. Oh, they swing it. Here's Kurt Rayson.
You're asking for it.
Oh, an offensive rebound for AB. Misses. One more chance for Meralco, but Aaron Black mishandles the rebound because it was tapped from behind.
Yeah. So they'll keep it.
Told you about Kurt Rayson, Dr. J.
Yeah, he's taking it.
Fourth quarter, just checked in.
I'm not asking permission.
Doesn't matter. Yep. And he knows just by the fact that he's being played, he is being given the license to shoot. Oh, Quinto lost it. Big stop for Barangay Ginebra.
He dribbled into no man's land.
Barrientos dealing with the defense of Rayson. They're in penalty. Another bump might be whistled as a foul here. So Rayson stays disciplined. Barrientos, the three-point shot. Won't work. Rebound for Jensen. Oh, the takeaway. Besomal with a basket.
And what? And what? So that steal was very, very important.
After a completed stop already, Rios with an errant pass. Besomal saw it coming, and he scores off the bank, extending their lead. Back up to 6 points. It is 87-81 for Barangay Ginebra. Timeout, Meralco. For the Meralco Bulls, all that matters is that they still have a chance, an opportunity to march into the quarterfinals with a twice-a-beat advantage. For that to happen, though, they'll have to figure out how to play without Akil Mitchell for the time being, suffering from back spasms. Game time decision. But at game time, the coaches decided against playing him in this ball game. But the locals came out to play even with the early struggles of Aaron Black, of Quinto. They were able to stick together and mount a comeback. Yes, they're still down here in the fourth quarter, but it is a manageable deficit with still 2 minutes and 19 left to play. We welcome you back to the Big Dome, the Smart Araneta Coliseum, where Barangay Ginebra is holding a 6-point lead, 87-81.
Because the Red Shirts are looking to make another shot.
Oh, another foul drawn by Aaron Black.
He hurt again. They're going to review
Oh, this could be big.
Yeah. I don't think there was any intention, but he wanted to stop the shot.
If the hit is on the face, then the referees will have an opportunity to take another look at it. This could be a problem for them.
It's free throws plus possession.
Just an ordinary foul against Raymond Aguilar.
Had a good night. That's why you can see when he admitted, he says, I'm sorry. He's not looking to go in there and create havoc outside the court. He's playing today, you know.
Most minutes he's played definitely here
In a
this
long
one trip.
time. Might not have played that long minutes in practice.
Yeah, that's true.
He really played, and he played well. Huh?
Yeah.
In fairness to him,
Filled this role.
including that extra pass, that pass he gave earlier.
Absolutely, yeah. And the layup that was assisted by Abarretos. Another split from the line though for Meralco.
It's been a terrible night from the free throw line for both teams.
They've also missed 10 free throws in this matchup. As we're down for final 2 minutes. Abarrientos being hounded by Racing. RJ dives for it, saves it. Quick three, cool, won't work. Rebound, tap over to Cancino. And they have the numbers. Slight advantage for Meralco. Racing, fakes, Racing, step back, three, no. Put back is gone. Chance of Rios.
They still have no time on both teams, except for the mandatory.
Oh, unnecessary coming from Racing. As they are in penalty. It's way too risky to pull off, especially in the backcourt.
But he's, a little bit too eager to come up with an interception.
So you worked so hard to be able to get those 2 points. Your miss was secured by Jansen Rios, turned into 2 points, and now you basically donate 2 points for Barangay Ginebra of that foul on Abarrientos. Of development, but still enough time to get back into this. 90 seconds remaining.
Like the poise of Abarrientos making those 2 free throws after getting hit back.
Aaron Black attacking, blocked from behind by Troy.
Aaron did the right thing. I'm attacking Aguilar.
Yeah.
He got 5 fouls.
Yeah.
And he's not going to hit me the way he got hit earlier.
Cancino the inbounder. Rios has it now. 11 remaining on the shot clock. Cancino wants 4 short. Rebound bounce off the foot of Abarrientos. He was able to save it.
Now the minutes, the time is in the favor of the Barangay. Very low scoring ball game for these 2 squads.
Alfu up top gives it up to Pesumal. 10 seconds remaining on the shot clock. Screen about to be provided by Aguilar. Pesumal, the follow away. Jay, no. Rebound picked up by Aaron Black. They have to score quick here.
But they need any kind of shot.
Rayson in and out on the 3. The tap goes back to him. Good pass. Aaron Black for 3 wide open.
Yeah.
It's gone.
It's down to a 2-point.
There's no timeout from Coach Nicole. He will let his players figure it out.
That's the first time.
For Meralco, just don't foul. You'll get an opportunity. Abarrientos working with Rayson. RJ. Wow.
Well, even if he makes both free throws, it's just a 1-possession game. Remember, we have a 4-point shot.
Aaron Black, what a time to finally connect from downtown.
There's the timeout that's being called by Meralco, I think, because you can't call a timeout.
If it's a miss of the second free throw, so they will try to plan out the remaining 13.5 seconds of this matchup. 89-87, a 2-point for Barangay Ginebra, but RJ Abarrientos will be stepping to the free throw line for 2. So I want to wish everyone a Chinese New Year. Dr. J, as we take another look at our team standings again for the Meralco Bulls. If they fall to 8-4, then things would be bleak in terms of finishing in the top 2. For Northport, if Meralco loses, that is guaranteed. They will be the number 1 seed at the end of our elimination round. TNT, 1 more game remaining on Friday against the Rainer Shine and Astro Painters. Meralco will face off against the Magnolia Chicken Templados Hotshot. So you're wondering why, Meralco scheduled to play the final 2 game dates. That is also because of their participation in the
Well, the
EASL
same
competition.
thing for Eastern, the same thing for San Miguel.
Yeah.
And it has affected those teams.
Yeah.
Meralco is the only team that has not really been that affected because they're in contention also in that league.
They could still make it into the final 4, depending on the result of their last game. Of course, they were slowed down by the absence of Akil Mitchell in their last EASL game as well. Continues to be absent, but they just want him healthy for the upcoming playoffs, Dr. J.
Yeah. Well, if I remember, Barrientos makes these 2 free throws. I'm going up by 4. And Meralco was the inbound from there, right? Or they can call a timeout.
They can call a timeout, though.
Yeah. But I'm fouling them. I ain't giving them no attention for 4 free throws. But I'm not fouling a 3-point shooter because you could give him a 4-point play.
The timing of the foul should be backcourt. Barrientos secures both, no timeouts.
You know they're not going to call a timeout anymore.
Because they already did.
Well, now it's the time to foul it.
Grayson goes to the crossover. Kurt locates Cancino, made a 4 earlier. Almost makes this one. Rebound yak by Troy Rosario and Barangay Ginebra will get the win against the Meralco Bolts. 91-87, a 4-point win for Barangay Ginebra, again with not a lot of movement in terms of the standings. For Barangay Ginebra, opting to choose rest for their mainstays, Japet Aguilar, Justin Brownlee, Stephen Holt, Scotty Thompson, and that's why even if Meralco was playing without an import, this game went down to the wire. One more opportunity for Cancino to send it into overtime. Unfortunately, he will miss it. As our final score is 91-87. Our best player of the game is brought to you by Honda, the official motorcycle of the PBA. Stephen Hall did a lot of damage in the third quarter, Dr. J.
Yeah. He had 13 points, 3 rebounds, 50% from 3-point territory, better from the free throw line. It's really hard.
Yeah.
Low scoring ball game now. So it's difficult to find out who are the guys that really played well. And Sumal came in off the bench and did well. But I thought Rosario also played very well.
And even RJ Barrientos as well. Final score is brought to you by Honda, the official motorcycle of the PBA. 91-87. Final game day in our elimination round will pit the Meralco Bolts against the Magnolia Chicken de Blados Hot Shots and the TNT Trovang Giga versus the Rain or Shine Elasto Painters at the Field Sports Arena this coming Friday. We'll be talking to our winning head coach and our best player of the game when we come back here on PBA Rush and Pilipinas Live.
Umangat pa ang bida sa gilas ng langan. Lalong tumalas, inuuna ka. Bante, diskarte, tibal. Pakita, tuloy, bante, kitulak ang bumupulusok. Tumatulak, sa ibang tulok. Is kumigil, at nag-iibang nagbigay at nag-iibang
Good evening and welcome to the post-game press conference. Barangay Ginebra continues to build on their winning ways with a win over Meralco. I'm joined by our winning coach, Coach Tim Cone, and our best player of the game, Stephen Hott. Congratulations, gentlemen. Coach Tim, after what you consider to be your best game against Rain or Shine, the call was to continuously elevate your game. In your assessment, how did the guys respond to that ask today?
Well, it was an opportunity. This game was more of an opportunity for us to get ready for the playoffs. So we wanted to make sure guys who have not been getting a lot of minutes. You know, you just don't know what's going to happen in the playoffs. So you want, number one, you don't want your starters or your core to get injured in a game like this going into the, and you want to make sure that the guys who are not playing a lot of have a chance to stay sharp in case something does happen. So that was basically our goal today. We'll just come out, play the game as best we can, knowing that you're going to have limited minutes tonight. Just do the best with the minutes that you have.
Thank you, Coach. Now, Stephen, there were a lot of players that Coach Tim Cone rotated in the game, as he mentioned. Just how ready do you think are you guys for the playoffs?
Yeah, I mean, everything starts in practice with us. Prepare how we train, how we work hard. Again, it's always next man with us. Whoever's on the floor. 5 guys have to stay connected, especially within our offense. So I'm proud of the way the guys came into the game. They fought, but we wanted to play well towards the end, and obviously we got the win. And always have to continue this momentum for the playoffs.
Game highlights brought to you by Honda, the official motorcycle of the PBA. First quarter, Cliff Hodge really got his shooting going, made a 3-point shot, and then followed up with this mid-range jumper. It will be a battle of defensive prowess as both teams know exactly what the other was trying to do on offense. Thompson was quiet offensively, but Troy Rosario was there to help him out, cleaning up after the miss in the first quarter of action. And then Justin Brownlee taking the ball away from Alvin Pasaol and then nudging Chris Newsom, his defender, out of position to score on the layup. Another of the bench player tipping in for Meralco was Raymond Almazan, who got a couple of nice baskets in the shaded area.
Yeah, good offensive rebound here. The follow-up, Raymond had a pretty good game offensively and defensively.
In the second quarter, when Meralco built their biggest lead of the ball game at 8 points, Barangay Ginebra's bench started to come back, powered by the offense of Jamie Malonzo. They turned things around quickly with a counter run to get the lead back.
Another good pass there, and Raymond finishing strong at the back. In the first half, he went scoreless.
This would be the second 3-ball of Maverick Anlisi in the second quarter to make sure that momentum will swing to the side of Barangay Ginebra. Yes, there will be a counter basket coming from Cancino, who was spectacular, Dr. J, in the first half with 11 points.
Yes. And that guy is coming off the bench. Didn't really get a lot of minutes, but still contributed properly on offense.
But speaking of spectacular, this dunk, a big one. A big boy jam coming from Justin Brownlee, putting his defender Brandon Bates on a poster, exploding to the cup and hurting the rim with that finish. Limited minutes for Justin Brownlee the rest of the way. Barangay Ginebra leading by 2 at the end of our first half of action. In the third quarter, we will see more effort coming from Troy Rosario, and it has been a place like this, just rim running, Dr. J, all the way to the other side.
That starts the separation of Barangay Ginebra from Meralco. A lot of stops that they made, and then the finish on the other side.
This would be the first basket of the ball game for Bong Quinto. Up until the midway mark of the third quarter, he was not a factor on offense as Ginebra stretched their lead up to 17. But there was a counter. Once again, Raymond Almazan providing key buckets for the Meralco Bolts.
Well, if they had won, he probably would have been the best player.
Sure. But at the tail end of the quarter, though, Meralco letting go of RJ Abarrientos. He scores on the layup, and that was the count, 68-59, a 9-point lead for Ginebra heading into the final quarter. It got close because of good stops coming from the Bolts. Banquero locates Quinto down low, and at that point, they were within 2, Dr. J.
Yeah, plenty of time left to go, but then Abarrientos comes up with some big baskets and some free throws. But this interception by Peso Marco was fouled.
Mm-hmm.
There was collision there in midair. But we showed that on our slow-mo.
That was the biggest play of the game, Dr. J, because it allowed Barangay Ginebra to stretch their lead. Yes, Meralco still fought back. Rios inching them closer, but the outside shots will not fall for them. Although the effort points belong to Meralco in that final period, they did their best to battle back, including this three-point shot coming from Aaron Black.
That got it down to 2 again. Something like that with and then Aparientos, the foul, the free throw shots. Of course, you send in a rookie.
Yeah.
He's going to be very eager to want to steal the ball, try to get there, and then resulting in free throw shots.
Couple of fouls coming from Kurt Rayson really hurt their chances as it gave Barangay Ginebra free throws, a chance to extend their lead. It was at 4 points, so Cancino was forced to take a shot from way downtown. It will not work, and Ginebra will come away with a 4-point victory. Again, a matchup between these two teams, Dr. J, is a possibility in the quarterfinals. 91-87, Meralco playing without an import, and Akil Mitchell, Justin Browning playing limited minutes in the second half. Games on Friday at 5 p.m. Meralco Bulls versus the Magnolia Chicken de Planos Hot Shots, and then TNT Tropangiga versus Rain or Shine, our final game day of your elimination round in your PBA 49th season. Commissioner's Cup. The playoffs are quickly approaching, so stand by for more action here on PBA Rush and Pilipinas Live.
Thank you.